Hey, what's up guys? Adam here. That's right, I'm back. It's been a minute, had a lot of things going on, still do. Nothing's gonna change, but I'm gonna try to come at you with more videos. And this is something, when this came in the store, this Cyborg Donatello, I was like, yes, I have to do a video on this. I also have the RAF, but we'll get into that in just a second. If you're not familiar with Cyborg Donatello, he is from the third volume of Ninja Turtles comics that was published by Image from 96 to 1999. It was recently collected by IDW from, I think, 18 to 22, somewhere along there. And it was finally finished on IDW. It was called Urban Legends, which, as you can see right there, Urban Legends on the top of the box there. It's totally insane. Don't let the detractors scare you. It's totally worth a read. I loved it. Seriously, it's batshit insane turtles. Grimdark, yes. It definitely has that 90s vibe to it. They are in the Image universe, so they meet a lot of Image characters and edgelordy kind of stuff there. But really, honestly, this is super fun. This version of Donatello, I love him. He's like, he's a cyborg, as you can see there. All this awesome, crazy stuff going on in here. Basically, he falls out of a helicopter after getting shot all to shit in the very first issue, hits the ground, his shell breaks. The thing that was with him in the helicopter is a cyborg. Its head falls next to him, crawls into his shell, and then starts to take over his body. Like I said, it's batshit insane. But let's check out this box. Awesome artwork. Looking like some panels. Donnie with his cybernetic bow staff there. He's got to have it. This is King Komodo, which I can't wait to get one of these. I can't remember. And obviously Casey Jones there with the American flag face there. Awesome artwork. Kevin Eastman here. The actual issues and what this is actually based on is artwork by Frank Fosco. Really good stuff, you guys. And if you do get a chance to check it out, I do recommend the IDW reprints because they are colored. Anyway, looking at this box, I love the window packaging. Everything done by our man Kevin Eastman there. Super cool. This is number 47 in the NECA line. Really nice. Warning, for ages 14 and up, you can choke on small parts. There's your legal stuff on the bottom there. I dig it. There's the barcode just in case you need that. And you know what? I am ready to open this guy up. Ooh, nice box. I love this. This has, I think, been in all of these comic-based ones. Let's take a look at these accessories. There's a birthday hat, which I'm sure that is some kind of story beat that I don't remember. I do like the paint application there with the stars and the the confetti there on the birthday hat. Very cool. I like it. His arm is like a weapon that can turn basically into anything. So there's this hand with this like pointing knife. Just think Terminator 2, really. Honestly, think Edgelord Terminator 2. That's kind of where we're at. Like, I don't think that's the dog's name. Wait, was it a dog or the cat? I think it was the dog in the, the scene in Terminator where they're in the, it's a phone booth, something that we don't even have anymore. Anyway, very similar, very cool. I like that. We got another hand, an open hand there for the cybernetic arm. We have the cybernetic bow staff that looks like it plugs in just like a hand. You can see that it's got the little bit of articulation there. Got the hinge joint there, really cool. I like the way everything's colored. It looks straight off of a comic book page. Now let's take a look at this head. I do remember him always being like this, mouth open, but look at the fine detail here. The coloring. That is one thing about the redo of it, the Urban Legends version of these comics, is they are colored. The original actual issues that were on Image were black and white. Very cool. Man, yeah, there's lots of detail here. Look at the teeth, the eyeball. Very, very neat. I like all the line tracing that they've got going on here that makes them look like a panel from a comic book. All right, we got a gripping green hand for the not cybernetic arm. And then we have an open green hand for, you know, gesturing, hark, where art thou? Very cool. All right, the figure itself though, that's what we're here for. Very well done. Now, I am terrified of him. He is a NECA figure. I've had bad luck with the joints breaking, but man, just look at the overall work here. This is amazing. The shell is awesome. Donnie does leave his shell behind in the comic. I'm telling you, if you haven't read it, guys, yes, it's crazy, but damn, it's fun. This looks just like Frank Fosco's art, which I did fall in love with it reading this book, because it's awesome. They've done such a great job here of taking comic book panel and putting it in action figure form. So yeah, I mean, check that out. Look how, just look how close that is. That's really cool. I mean, they've done a great job with it. All right, looking at this figure, I will say it's pretty nice. I like the paint apps. They're very, very cool, very Jack Kirby. That's one thing I like about Frank Fosco's art and the inking. It's very, very Kirby. And as we should know as Turtles fans, that Eastman and Laird both loved Jack, and Jack was a big inspiration on their work. Let's take a look at articulation real quick. The head goes 360 degrees. It does have some up and some down. You see, that's actually quite a bit for what it is. I like this shoulder armor. It's on a hinge that you can see in there that turns and also has its own peg, so it can pivot with the arm. So you can raise the arm and raise the shoulder armor with it, which is really cool, really nice. I like the way they did that. The arm does come out. Gosh, I'm so scared with NECA figures. The arm does come out that far. I'm terrified. I've had such bad luck with them, and then, you know, I've been told I'm too rough with them. Very possible. I try not to be rough with them, but yeah, sometimes you just can't help it. I just don't want it to break. So there's how high I can get it to go. It does have a bicep joint there. You can see the bicep swivel. Really cool. It does go around 360 degrees there, and you can kind of see how that sort of, it's soft, so it kind of got out of the way, so you can move it around. Coming down the elbow is a two-part elbow, as you can see there. You've got the middle piece, and let's see if I can get it to, oh, I just don't want to break it. I don't want to break it. Okay, there it is. You can see it kind of opening up there. There it is. All right, so that's a pretty good flex. That's a pretty good flex for old metal Donnie there. Man, he just looks so cool, doesn't he? I think he looks amazing. I love all this tech work, kind of R2-D2-ish in there. That's really neat. Coming down, he does have the swivel at the wrist there, and of course it is hinged, as you can see. You can see the hinge in there. There it is. You can see that hinge. Whoop, 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 whoop. Very nice. Very cool. I do not believe there is no rotation. You can see that very firm joint in there. So no rotation there. Coming down the torso does have, like, the legs do move side to side in the shell. Kind of in there, as you can kind of see, there's probably, yeah, you can see there's a ball up in there. You can see his little underwear. Legs come out that far. Kick forward that far. You can see the soft goods kind of get out of the way. Kick back that far. I mean, he's a turtle, he can't go back too far. And you can see there the knee. The knee, three-part knee there, which is really nice, actually. You can see there's some stress already. Damn you, NECA. Coming down, we have ankle rocker for some side-to-side action, as you can see there. And, of course, a hinge for forward and back. And then it looks like this piece moves. Oh yeah, so the little anklet moves too, where you can move that however you'd like. So very typical articulation, very straight up, very normal. I do dig it. I think it looks fantastic. So there he is with that cybernetic bow staff. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. And also that awesome face, man. That face has got all the details. I love it. And then there he is with that awesome Terminator 2 finger. Very cool. And of course, who doesn't want to see him with other Donatellos? Here he is with NECA Cartoon Donnie, NECA Jim Lawson Donnie. That's a nice pair right there. This kind of went right into that. Super 7 Ultimates, one of my favorites. 2012 Cartoon Donnie, nice. I love the stature. 2003 Super 7 Ultimates Donnie. Boy, I've got a lot of Donnies. actual 2003 Donnie. Yeah. 87 reissue Donnie. And then I think one of the coolest things I own, which is an OG hardhead Donnie on card. Man, I love it. I love this series. I think it's really cool. I was really pumped that they were making figures for this. I hope they finish out the line because like Leo gets his hand cut off, Mikey starts writing books. The whole thing is crazy. They finally did get to finish it in the trade paperback. So if you're gonna check it out, I would definitely check it out with IDW's TMNT Urban Legends. Wow, super cool guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Please hit like, hit subscribe. Also, check out our website at www.infinitecomicsandcollectibles.com for action figures. We've got comics, we've got graphic novels, we got video games, we have like everything. So please check it out and tune in again for the next awesome Infinite review.